Nah. Uh, Such a misdirect. I'm trying to remember who the fucking bug is. And motherfucking Spear Hero comes in. Sit down, everyone. You don't understand what I just came up with. In the last season of Shield Hero, this motherfucker was the most important character. Unironically. This little file was honestly the most important character. Why, you might ask? Well, because he kept eliminating threats before Naofumi knew about them. If they end this season with Spear Hero eliminating the big bad threat and they have no fucking idea why it's so peaceful, I will give this show 1,000 out of 10. Is that Yunyu doesn't necessarily look like childlike, but because she's now chibi-fied, I bet she does to him. Yunyu was too old for him. Latest Shield Hero stuff, his like entire interest is all about Philo, right? We're not like in season 1 Shield Hero. Like, it's just, I love that it lines up with the chronological release of the anime. The memories. Is that a little foreshadowing for the next ReZero season? Delta Alpha Omega, it's got to be one of them, right? It's Epsilon. For sakes. Just fucking revoke my Isekai status. Oh my god, she's found her person. She's found her persons. Slutty squirming pigs. Wait, what is he doing in there? What is bro doing in there? The more that this freak of nature is on screen in any show anymore, the better the episodes become. Like, should he get Chris Hansen with a shotgun? Probably. But in the meantime, he'll look at a fucking giant mutated hamster. Call it sir. But any attractive lady that doesn't look like a child is a pig. I bet he likes Tanya. She kind of looks like a child. He's trying to prevent Armageddon. In Shield Hero, the wings of the Fiole, Albedo would be seen as probably the queen because of the wings. And Tanya looks like a little girl, so of course he likes it. If this wasn't wrote with the source material in mind, the reason he would have been okay with Albedo existing is because she was mean. Like, that's how a different author would have wrote it. Oh, you know, he just likes powerful. They would have done something like that, right? Instead, they actually wrote that scene to make complete sense. I didn't see it coming, but as soon as I saw what he was going for, it made sense to me. The way the show blends all these shows, it truly is the most impressive isekai in terms of character writing, in my opinion. I'll be honest, I'm feeling a little lazy today, so we're going to do the review portion here. I have made it very clear how much I like Isekai Quartet, and no matter how much I explain that this isn't just me like memeing and joking, I'm trying to do I'm 99% sure this might be the isekai I respect the most. And for those who don't watch this show, they'll always be like, how could a chibi short be this great? But it is. Like, this is the type of show that I've been asked by people, and I've recommended people. It's like, hey, you can watch this show as long as you have a majority understanding of the characters. Like, you don't need to have seen every show in Isekai Quartet to get enjoyment. If you've seen at least one show, you're going to have fun. But yes, if you reach the point of knowing all the isekai in this show, you will experience something so great. And I think this little bastard here is the best representation of this. If you don't know anything about Spear Hero, he's just kind of an asshole in this episode. And he's fun, you know, like, look at all the characters beating him up. But if you actually know Shield Hero, and you've been following Shield Hero's journey, this is honestly one of the most surprising characters, because I think almost every Shield Hero fan will agree he deserves to be locked up, especially with who he decides to pursue and those that he doesn't. But he's also unironically probably within the top 5 most useful characters in the last Shield Hero season. Because it's like really funny, and it's the funniest thing because Naofumi doesn't know where he is. Like, this dude just doesn't exist anymore on his radar. And it's because he's clearing out bandits and threats before they ever cause a ruckus back home. Because for him, father, I'm going to marry your daughter, the big bird who looks like a child when she's in a human form. Chris Hansen ain't even going to take that case. But the fact that, like, I keep harping on the fact that this is wrote by people who are confident, right? Like, yeah, this is all funny stuff, but this scene in particular has to be the greatest representation I have seen on why the show's so spectacular. Now, of course, before we jump any further, if you made it this far in the video, you better smash that like, show your support, subscribe if you're new around here, and Patreon is, of course, where you catch those full live reactions, all this and more. And hey, we're also doing a giveaway over on Patreon if you're interested, so 1-year membership will be given out at the end of this month if you join the paid or any of the tiers above it, so consider supporting. Great time to do so. As I was saying, this is a scene that initially I'm like, oh, he's gonna like Tanya. Blind man can see that coming. Now, granted, I was still half expecting him to call Tanya a pig, mainly because it's fucking Spear Hero, bro. But she looks the most childlike. This, in hindsight, should have saw it coming, the wings. It's brilliant. But this is why I keep harping on the fact that it feels like, despite having 10 different fucking isekai in one show, everything is... This is exactly how it should have been wrote. Of course he's okay with Ainz. Of course he is. Makes sense. Some sort of like, oh, baby Philo because of the little hairpiece. Like, it's not even specifically because she looks young. It's the little hairpiece. Brilliant. But the wings. If this show was a basic bitch isekai that didn't know what it was doing, I guarantee you 9 out of 10 authors who are writing this would have wrote it as, oh, because she's dominant and she shows feisty attitude. No, that's not why he would, though. His character, oh, Philo Queen. Like, it's just the fact that, like, who tosses him out? Of course he does. The fact that now Fumi gets a chill. This show is unironically peak, bro. And people still think I'm taking the piss. Like, I don't know why, because anytime I clickbait you, you understand the clickbait in the first 30 seconds. Because it comes from the intro, and I explain the, like, hey, someone died, but it's like, they died of embarrassment, you know, like, but I keep explaining this, and no one believes me just how great this is. Like, these three, too. The fact that all three of them being one of the same makes complete sense. It's just every single shot is just... This show... if it was a basic bitch show, would have faltered after, like, halfway through season 2. It would have been the same one-note jokes, but they are doing such a brilliant job. And as someone who loves every single show in this series, to different varying degrees, like Saga of Tiny the Evil is my least favorite out of the batch. Maybe that'll offend some people, but I'm not saying I hate it. It's just it's my least favorite. I also know it the least amount compared to the others. But everything's great in this show. It is freaking fantastic, and I love every single minute of it. Now, of course, those are my feelings. Let me know what you thought on this week's episode. It just keeps getting better if you ask me. I had someone say last week, hey, I watched the trailer. You're going to love this episode. Yeah, you were right. I loved it. Thoughts down below. Drop a like, share your support, subscribe. If you're new around, you can use Patrons where you can catch the full live reactions to all this and more. And hey, I also like to give video shows to my wonderful patrons. So today we got Lucky, Nathan Matthew, Charlie X, Earl888, Austin Citizen, Nicholas Geischer, Eric Cheeks Robinson, and we also have Gaius. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care. Y'all have a good one.